Good Sunday morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and welcome. It looks like it's going to be a fabulous day as we wait for sunshine and a high of 63. We're already up to 49 this morning, so things are making a difference. In most areas today will be the game changers. It still had a lot of slush and some slick areas. Today will come through. We had a lot of areas that had those pine trees that were blocking areas of roads and still had a little bit, but sunshine today is going to make a huge difference on all these areas as we start out. We'll talk about where the crews are this morning as they head out, and we'll go over the numbers of power. This is day 7 for a lot of people without power. A very, very rough time to be without power and water at the same time. It's been a challenging time. I don't know if y'all remember is when we started first getting these notices from the National Weather Service, and they were putting that expect 1 to 2 weeks of power outages. Well, that seemed so far-fetched at the time of what was coming. But we now know that there was a lot of truth to that. So here we go. Linda Jane says she's getting 56 degrees there in Scuba this morning already. Warming up quick. That's great. Good morning to Rachel Garrison, who is up in Adam today. Glad to have you here. Hope you're doing well also. All right, let's start with the forecast. And let me tell you about that, and then we'll go through what the National Weather Service is telling us to expect over the next little bit. Today, let's see here, we're going to have sunshine in 63. A little gust, about a 20-mile-an-hour gust as you're doing your yard work there and getting things back to normal. So a little breeze, but at 63, not that bad at all. We won't complain, will we? Tonight, anything that you've got outside that you don't want to get wet, get kind of put up, it'll start raining after about 3 a.m. as we head toward daylight. That'll happen between roughly 3 o'clock and 5 a.m. So somewhere around there. Gust, again, 20 miles an hour. As we roll into tomorrow, we do get a 50% chance of showers, but somewhere between 7 and 1 o'clock, right about lunchtime there. And then late in the afternoon, we'll get back more sunshine in 59. So we've got rain from 3 to 5 in the morning, and then it'll stop for a little while, and then we're going to get rain again from anywhere from 7 until lunchtime. So some areas there to consider there. If you got something that needs a tarp over it, maybe you've got a hole where you've removed a limb, a tree that's poked a hole either in your home or your shed, make sure to get that covered because rain is coming in the wee hours of the morning. As we move into Monday night, it's going to be not so bad as we get 64 degrees on Tuesday, warming back up again. We're back into the 60s, 36 Tuesday night, and we'll get almost 70 on Wednesday. 68 is what we're looking for on Wednesday. So a very warm week ahead of us as we wind down February and head into March. Lots going on with that. All right, let's talk about what the National Weather Service is telling us to expect, and then we'll roll into power outages of what the numbers are of what we've got. As we pull up from the National Weather Service first thing this morning, we do see that sunshine in 63 on the way today, all through our area. We'll hit 61 in Philadelphia, just a couple degrees difference there, and 59 up toward Columbus in those areas. As we move forward, what's going to happen over the next 10 days? A warming trend, as I was telling you, into the 60s this week, nearly 70 above average. As we look at those record highs and record lows, what happened on today, 2018, it was warm, 84 degrees. Going to be roughly, it was 20 degrees higher than today. The record low was set in 58. It was 21 degrees. Anybody remember that? I have sometimes remembering last year, much less 1958. But that was the record low that was set on this date. Cold day. As we jump ahead, let's look at our 7-day forecast. As we pull this up this morning, we've got 59 tomorrow, 64 Tuesday, 68 Wednesday. Look at that, beautiful. Great weather there. We do have that chance of rain, as we said tonight in those morning hours there. As we roll into through March 7th, if we'll look at this, we basically have 60s and 40s at night all the way through March the 7th. So it is warming up. Maybe springtime right around the corner with some relief for us. It is starting to look a little bit better for us as we go toward that. I know it's a good feeling to think about spring a lot more than what we've had here lately. Good morning to Joyce Poole this morning. Glad to have you watching. Thank you so much. Along with Patricia Boswell, Arlene too is up and at 'em, and Linda Jane said she hit the wrong button and it is not 56 on her front porch. Shame on you, Linda Jane. Hope everything is good there in Giles, Mississippi. You're starting your day. It should be somewhere around 50s, 40. Let's go with 49. How about that? It ought to be that. If I'm wrong, let me know. Donna Atkinson says, a crew from Texarkana, Arkansas are working in the woods near my house in Arlington. That's great news. We've had several different crews come in, and we'll get into Central Electric and what little bit I know, but we do know that Central Electric, which covers most of Neshoba County, have got some help that have moved in. That's where we are on them. So we're coming. All right, let's start with what I know and where we're going. Let's look at the state outages first and where we are on this. All right, here we are. The state of Texas is down to 31,000 from 4.9 million people. Louisiana is down to 15.4. Mississippi is down to 38,000. We're just about where we were before the second storm statewide hit us and jumped us back to 192,000. So 38,000 Mississippians without power, 1,000 in Alabama, Tennessee down to 495. All right, let's look at the county breakdown in Mississippi, and then we'll get into each one of the ones at the service areas. Kemper is down to 607 people. Most of that's going to be the northwest corner of Kemper County, most of that. We look at Noxubee, 19 people. We get into Winston County, 710. Attala, 1,300, almost 1,400 people. We look at Leake County, 136, and Neshoba County, still the hot spot, 5,345 people without power, still now in Neshoba County. And we'll talk about a place that you can go get a hot meal today, because there's a lot of you now that this is 1 week without power. Rough on you, and you hadn't had anything warm to eat, and there's some places that are going to be set up today, about 10 areas throughout the county in the different communities at Baptist churches where you can get something to eat that's warm. We look at Newton County, we're 1,328 this morning. Jasper County, 1 left. That is great news. Clark County is 100% up and running. Smith County, 209 people left, and Scott County, 762 people. So there are rays of sunshine, but again, Neshoba County is still our area that we're watching there. Over 5,000 people this morning there without power. If you've got a friend in another county, if you're listening and you've got some friends that live in Neshoba County, invite them to your home for a hot meal and a great shower to make them feel better. It does wonders for your attitude. It really does. All right, let's start with the EMEPA of where they are. They started rolling this morning. Let me update this to make sure I've got the latest. And they're on the ground, boots on the ground. They've got more crews helping. As we look at, let's look at the county map here that we've got from Neshoba County, EMEPA. Kemper County, 530 residents there. It's 717 that's affected in Winston County. Lauderdale County, and I would assume this is going to be the West Lauderdale area, 56. We'll look at the map here in a second. Attala County, 4, as we move down Newton, 4 people, and Neshoba County, 19. As we said, Neshoba County is primarily going to be Central Electric, a few on EMEPA, and they've got that down to 19, 12 in Noxubee County. So it's coming along. As we look at this service map here, let's zoom in, and we'll work from Lauderdale up. As we look here, a few people in the Bailey area still without power. As we look at this Bailey here, a few meters there, just to the northwest. Let me zoom in a little bit further here. This is Windsor Road. This is going to be in that subdivision back down in there. We've got one house, one there. They're scattered. There are not that many in northern Lauderdale County. But again, now, I say if you're one of those a few here on 39, just off 39, some there. As we move up, and you're going to get more as you go into Kemper, and we'll look at this here. 495 area, but boy, that looks a whole lot better than that did the other day. You see that? Moscow, still a few people without power in that area. As we jump over here just to the southwest of 495, a few folks in this area, and we work our way across Highway 16, 495, 493, directly coming up here toward Linville, these areas here. Coy, a few folks. And as we get up, as we keep going north, Nanawaya, a few folks in that area, and a few around Louisville right in there. So that's the map that they're working with on EMEPA, 1,342. That's down from 18,000 when it originally hit on EMEPA. Big numbers. They've been working hard, tirelessly through the night hours, all these linemen. And we say thank you to them. All right, let's jump over and go to Southern Pine and see what they've got here. And let's look at the county breakdown of what Southern Pine has this morning. In Newton County, 215 people remaining. Smith County, 194. Scott, 167. As we go down Jasper County, they've got one remaining there. And again, this is Southern Pine. They're working to get those outages taken care of as well there. But looking a whole lot better for Southern Pine. As we look at Mississippi Power, they're showing this morning they have 5 customers without power. A little bit there at Marion and a place over here at Hickory that they're working on. All right, let's jump to Central Electric. Again, this one was over 20,000 when it started. Let me update this to make sure. All right, we're sitting at 7,010 customers total that is on Southern Pine. Now, if you'll remember, there's over 5,000 of these in Neshoba County. That's a lot of people. That's what's got the feelings hurt, not hearing a whole lot from them. As we look at this area here, it is everywhere across Neshoba County. As power, they've got, I know another crew that has come in to help with this. Hopefully, there will be some more ground covered today. And you've got to remember that a lot of these areas are through the swamps, so to speak, through pine thickets, where power lines are down. You think of all the different pine thickets that you know of where there's a power line that runs through it to get to your home some 30 miles away. Well, those areas are hard to get in and out, and they're working towards it. And you have to work your way out. You can't go to the end of the line. You've got to start at a central location and work out for the power to feed. And that does cause some issues there when it comes to where you live. But it is just wide scattered. If you'll look at this, let's zoom in a little bit more here. Hard hit areas all across Neshoba. Neshoba is probably one of the hardest hit areas in the state of Mississippi. East of Philadelphia on Highway 16, look at that. This will wind down all through here. You go through Blue Mo and you come back to 491 to Highway 19. All of this area here, hard struck, hardly a place without power. And, I've offered a couple of people I know, hey, come take a shower. And a lot of people go, well, I'm not leaving my generator. As bad as you hate to say it, there are people that during these times that prey on others that are down and will take your things. So there's a lot of people that, regardless, don't want to leave their home because they're afraid somebody will come in during their time of stress. And I understand that. So our thoughts, our prayers to all of our Neshoba Countyans that are in this mess, and the scattered ones that we've got everywhere else without power this morning. Our thoughts, our prayers are with you. Let's look at Noxubee County here. As we pull, this is 4 County. As you step up just above Wahalak, right there, you go to Scuba, go 7 miles north, and then you're going to run right up on the county line there. We've got 7 right here in the Sugarlock area at the county line. As we look at that, you go north, Ackerman has got 11, and northward up around Starkville, down to about 4 there. So they've done a lot with 4 County of getting their situation back going this morning. So it's coming. All right, let's go here and talk about the hot mills that are going to take place today in Neshoba County. As we pull this up, the county administrator, the Mississippi Baptist Disaster Relief Cooking Team, is out doing meals today. Today is February the 21st. They'll do this beginning at 1 o'clock at the following locations. If you're anywhere near this, there's no charge. You go, they help out. Neshoba Baptist Center, Salem Baptist Church, New Bethel Baptist Church, High Hill Baptist Church, Linwood Baptist Church, Spring Hill Creek Baptist Church, Bethsaida, County Line, along with Antioch and Sardis Baptist Church. That's 10 locations that are scattered out across Neshoba County. If you can get to one of these areas at 1 o'clock today to get a hot meal a few moments away from the house, to clear your head, it would be appreciated. It would help you out a whole bunch there. As we go down, we get a note from Southern Pine that their crews are out working to restore the remaining 901 people total that they've got. That's their breakdown there of where they are and what they've got going on. If you get a chance to look at my page and study it a little bit more this morning, that'll show you that. EMEPA releasing a video there of their guys this morning out doing their job. And let's expand this to where you can see this a little bit more. lot to it. It's not just a slap it together and you do it in 10 minutes. It takes time as they go through there. And that's just an example of where they are and what they've got going on this morning. They are out 1,400 to go. It's a little less than 1,400. I think it was 1,320, somewhere along in there. As they move forward, it's kind of like the cavalry coming to you to bring in that power there, as we got our 7-day forecast there as it comes across. So a lot happening this morning, a lot of faith, a lot of prayers. Don't forget there's a church service that's going to be taking place. If you need a great place, I know a lot of folks are not leaving their house just yet due to numerous reasons. But there is a church service somewhere that you can watch online. Of course, Northcrest Baptist Church will have theirs in just a little while, as well as Linville Baptist Church, Linville United Methodist Church. Excuse me there, Chris, I said that wrong. But Linville United Methodist Church will have theirs online here in just a little bit. They'd love to have you watch. They don't expect a big turnout in person this morning, but most likely a big crowd gathering online to watch the services. If you have questions, I'd love to hear from you. Drop them on my page. I'll get those answered. If you've got a question that I can't answer, I'll do my very best to track that down throughout the day and post as much information as I can to help y'all out. I got a report there from Sean Shorpert. Beautiful day at NAS Meridian. Thank you. Lillian Glenn says, morning, y'all, along with Melinda Rucker, morning from Little Rock. Tina Smith, we got electricity back yesterday, thanks Central Electric. That's good news coming from Central Electric. Tina Smith says, you're doing an awesome job. Thank you, Tina. Appreciate that. Let's see here. As we go down, Lita, Miss Banks is watching this morning. Also, Gail Gafford watching from downtown Porterville. Charlene Gaddy, College Park United Methodist Church is also online. So if you'd like to watch a service there, they would love to have you watch that. Sunny in Porterville, I'm understanding. Les Alexander is watching this morning. Thank you. Again, if you've got any report from your community, drop it on my page so others can see that and share it. Invite all your friends that you have on your list to my page as well so we can spread this. We'll have bad weather coming again. I'll be here through it. Snow is not quite like thunderstorms and tornadoes and all of that. It reacts a lot different. With thunderstorms and tornadoes, you can get that exact location where it is as it moves across. I'll be here as that happens. We'll have threats of that in the spring before you know it. We'll be here for you to take you street by street to make sure that you're safe. We've always be prepared. Each storm, I think each family learns how to be a little bit prepared next time. Important always to fill up, if you get water, to fill up your bathtubs with water in case you need it. So you don't have to go way off to haul water back to the home to keep, just washing dishes, flushing a commode, things of that nature. You learn a little bit each time something happens. Now, it's been quite a few years since we had an outage like we've got now, and this is one of those disasters. We had that with Katrina. We've had it back in '96 where it was days and sometimes weeks without power, and we're in one of those right now. I'll have more updates throughout the day. Again, thank you for being a part of this. I do appreciate it. Pam Sullivan says, we got light yesterday. Prayers for Neshoba. Thank you. Also, Donna Sue Peoples is watching this morning. How about 21 North Preston? Been out since Wednesday. We've got EMEPA in that area this morning working. Hopefully you'll be one of the ones there, Helen, that does get it back today. Britt, which is in Cow Creek, Preston area, up in that area, got in touch with me last night. He got his late last night. So there's hope as it keeps coming across. Also got word from Joyce Poole that Pine Forest Baptist Church will be online beginning at 10:30 this morning, a little less than an hour from now. So a great place to watch church. And also, if you've got a church that I didn't bring up, feel free to post that on there so others can see that. It always helps during times of need to have a good word. Makes you feel better. Makes us all feel better. It does us good. Do that. Again, thank you for joining me this morning. We will have more coverage as we go through this storm together across East Mississippi and West Alabama, and continued prayers for each one of our folks that are out there. Again, thank you and God bless. We'll have more coming up here at Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by